So on my whiteboard, I've written a multiplication problem, and I want you to think about how this problem looks different from what we did last week. 7 and 38 hundredths. Think for just a second. Well, times 41. How does that look different from last week? Yeah, that's right. So our first decimal number goes to the hundredths, not just the tenths place. So just like last week, in order to do this standard algorithm, we want to turn our decimal into a whole number. So you're going to see in today's problem set that you have some thinking bubbles, okay? And I'm going to show you how we fill out those thinking bubbles. The first thing I want to be thinking is, how can I change 7 and 38 hundredths into a whole number? Well, I would do 7 and 38 hundredths times, if I only multiply it by 10, then I'm only moving this decimal one time to the right. So what would I need to multiply 7 and 38 hundredths by to make it 738? Yeah, 100. So I would need to move that decimal 2 times, which is 7 and 38 hundredths times 100 equals 738. So that is what goes in your thinking bubble. That's the first thing I have to do. I want to change this decimal to a whole number. Now I can solve using my standard algorithm. Now this bubble is probably going to be in my way, but we're going to do this anyway. 1 times 8 is 8. 1 times 3 is 3. 1 times 7 is 7. I don't have anything to zip. I'm going to zap and 0. 4 times 8 is 32. Put down the 2, carry the 3. 4 times 3 is 12. 13, 14, 15. Put down the 5, carry the 1. 4 times 7 is 28, plus 1 more is 29. And now I'm going to add my partial products. I have 8, 5, 12, 10, and 3. So 30,258, but that is not my answer. Come over here to my original problem, and there's another thinking bubble here. Okay, 30,000, I'm going to take my answer, 30,258, and what do I have to do to my product? You're right. Up here, I multiplied by 100. So here, I need to divide by 100. And when I do that, I am simply moving that decimal 1, 2 times to the left. 302 and 58 hundredths. Oh, sorry about that. 302 and 58 hundredths. Girls and boys, I can estimate also to make sure that my answer is reasonable. What is my whole number in 7 and 38 hundredths? It's 7. And what does 41 round to? It rounds to 40. What is 7 times 40? It is 280. 280 is very close to 302. 280 rounds to 300, and 302 rounds to 300. I know my answer is reasonable. Good job. Let's do some work in our journals.